Oh, it's a car already. That was fun. Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. And it actually is warm for a change. I was thinking, what is this? I would not have thought this would be weather right now, but there you go. I guess we're back into summer now. And once again, they're trying to lift restrictions. Well, not lift restrictions necessarily, because they did that a while ago. That's why we're able to, stay in Crawley in the first place. And yes, I'm back in Crawley. Turns out that the plan to give Val a bit of a break, sorry, that's my aunt's name, was not just a one-off. I mean, rightfully so. I just didn't realise that we were able to get away with that every week. But no, it's a weekly occurrence, and it is so warm, in fact. I'm actually going to take off my cardigan. If I can. Hold on. This is tricky manoeuvring right now. Trying to tie it around my waist at the same time as pointing a camera at myself. And not pressing any buttons that might cause the video to end. It is a precarious task indeed. And here I was about to show you all the new territory, because obviously in Crawley, but not so obviously on a different path. I mean, all I did was kind of actually, I'm not going to say what I did. That was almost a mistake. Anyway, I think I've tied the best knot I could. Like that. It's about as good as it's going to get. Also, I appear to have... What the heck just happened? Did I spill toothpaste on my trousers? Yikes. That's not good. Okay. So, now that's out of the way. On to the week's occurrences. Because it's one of those weeks again where a lot happened and also nothing happens. You know what I mean? It's one of those again. By which I mean that there's plenty of stuff that was going on behind the scenes and stuff, but it was all very much compacted into the last few days. Because I realized only 2 days ago that I had reached 997 videos, at least publicly on my channel. When you searched up my name, you were actually able to see that result. And I thought, well, I need to do something. 1,000 videos is not something that someone reaches every day. And I very much think that that's actually true. Because I mean, even though you've got, I don't know how many YouTube channels out there, and what was it? Like 50,000 hours of content posted every second. I'm not sure how many people have channels that they've dedicated 1,000 videos to. I'm not sure. Because I mean, it took me nearly 8 years to get to that point. I guess if someone were to upload daily, then they would manage to get to that milestone in about, I don't know, 3.5. But yeah, no, close enough, I think. So yeah, this of course will be my 1001st video, because I calculated it so that this wouldn't be... Oh, I didn't want Walking Wednesday to be my 1000th video, because that would just be too tacky. I mean, this is already tacky enough. I don't need to make it worse for myself, do I? No, I want it to be something special. And because Puppy Love is not scheduled to release until the 9th of June for reasons that I've specified before, I think that what I did, or should I say what I'm going to do, because I'm filming this before that video is posted, that was justified. So yeah, I think the way that was handled was the correct way, because Super Mario 63 is many things. I mean, it's a classic game from 2009 all the way back then. You know, it's been on Newgrounds forever. In fact, it's still on Newgrounds, it just doesn't work anymore. I've been playing it almost ever since it was first posted. I can't even remember how I actually found it, or whether it was a friend that actually showed it to me or something. Because I remember I showed my friends, certainly, like my childhood friends, you know, your Adries and your Pikas of the world, and yeah, even Javi. But yeah, no, because sorry, I just seem to have, oh, I'm in some sort of like select mode. It's gonna bother me. Anyway, what was I gonna say? That why is everyone always doing some sort of construction work or something? Like, if it's not cars, it's people making noises with, I don't know, buzz saws or whatever. That's not a buzz saw, I know, but whatever, tools, who knows. But yeah, no, it's not only that, but it was of course my first posted video, well, my first public video on the channel, and what kickstarted the anniversary that I had. And yeah, it is actually my longest running, well, project ever. Like, not even just series or YouTube series. I don't think that I have continued to dedicate myself to anything for that amount of time. Like, even writing books and stuff. Well, I mean, writing books, obviously, you know, those short stories that I did when I was 5, those have obviously been there for longer, but it's not like I made a continuous series out of them. Erasmus the Elf was started after Mario 63. There was a lot of stuff there that, you know, I've done and that I've continued to change and develop, but yeah, no, that's the one. And yeah, for us, I don't know, it seems weird because at one point it was going to end after 2 years, and I could have just wrapped it up there, but I wanted to do the other Shine Sprites. I thought that I owed it to myself to show people every version of that, every Shine Sprite I could possibly do, no matter how many times I had to replay the game over time. But I guess with everything else I just forgot. I think it was around 2016 when that started to happen, because in 2016 I was going through obviously a very huge change in the channel in terms of what I was doing, because I went from just making gaming videos and, you know, the stuff that I promised that I was going to do on day one, you know, Minecraft, Spore and Super Mario 63, to trying new stuff, because I at that point is when I got into commentary videos. So I tried making a few commentary videos, a couple of reviews here and there, obviously the Aphmau theories. You know, I dedicated a channel to a fan base for quite some time. I mean, that was more 2017, but I started writing the script in 2016. I know, I guess because Mario 63 just sort of faded over time, and then I brought it back, then it faded again, then I brought it back, then it faded again. I guess it's proof that, you know, I'm not the same person that decided that, you know, he owed it to himself to do that. Well, actually, no, I still owe it to myself, because I'm not satisfied until I finish something properly. And even after that, I want to 100% complete the game. Because I've said this before, but my record of all time on there was, like, I think it was 60 out of 64 Shine Sprites. So I came this close to 100%. Well, not necessarily completing the game, because there was obviously star coins too. I can't remember how many star coins I had. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I really wanted to finish that. And technically speaking, you can finish the game with only half of the amount of shine sprites that you actually need, you actually have available. And that's why I kind of ended it off. So, I thought second season, what a great idea. But yeah, it didn't pan out that way eventually because, over time, there were other things. I mean, I wanted to do other things, people wanted other things made. There was a lot more going on there. But yeah, overall, the series still, I guess, survived. In 2018, it had a bit of a weird resurgence. I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, it's just been kind of existing for the longest time. Oh, I'm sorry, there's cars just putting me off talking. So I think, yes, there are. Okay, now. Right. Let's go down this wood path. Get away from pesky people and pesky cars. This one is going to pesky dogs, knowing my luck. Okay, but yeah, it's still there. Like, I wonder, should I 100% complete it? Because I want to do some other things as well, like, Super Mario 127. If you remember that game. Because that's, well, actually, no, you don't remember that game, because I only mentioned it in a couple of episodes of Mario 63 just now. So, yeah, but, well, basically, it's a new project that people are making, the sequel to Mario 63, that's been properly endorsed by Runel. It kind of looks the same, but obviously with updated graphics and sprites, because they're not using Flash for it anymore. At least I hope not. And it's downloadable only, so it's not going to be hosted on several different websites and randomly spread like that, which may be a blessing or a curse, actually, because those websites, back in the day, because of people not necessarily being the generation of being the parenting generation of consoles, that a lot of people just didn't have them. So, like myself, apart from the Nintendo Wii years later. No, but what happened? No, yeah, because what happened then was that all these Flash games were the way that you experienced a lot of these video game characters, all these classic characters that otherwise you'd have to pay to even experience. And even back then on YouTube, actually, Nintendo used to make people purchase a license in order to actually play their games online, which is why most of what people saw back then was Call of Duty and stuff like that, which for folks like PewDiePie and of course my cousin worked perfectly. Call of Duty, Battlefield, all that's got good stuff. And in fact, even me, because Battlefield and Spore were made by the same company, so I benefited from that too eventually. But honestly, it's a kind of thing that couldn't be recaptured. Like, you could you re-upload the game, technically not allowed to, because it was always the demo version, except for on two websites, one of which being Newgrounds, obviously, posted by Runel themselves. But yeah, people kind of experienced it because of that, and it kind of spread because obviously it wasn't exactly like copyright was the strictest around, fan-made games, obviously. So people could do pretty much whatever the heck they wanted. Now with this, it kind of relies on the Discord server, and I guess quite possibly, YouTubers to actually demonstrate what's going on. So I'm definitely going to make some of those. This might be the second proper rebirth of Super Mario 63, because I'll obviously be doing that in conjunction. And all of this while I'm still trying to prepare for Pride Month. Even though I have one special out, it is one of 4 that I intended to produce on this channel, and one of 8 overall. So yeah, about Puppy Love, we're still actually trying to produce that, but we're still trying to produce that episode 2, because there are a few scenes for episode 2 that still haven't been completed. A couple of people have been having to rotate around and such. Because some people have quit as well. So it depends. I haven't contacted the other editors that I've talked to on Instagram or anything. I mean, the reason I use Discord is because everyone I tend to talk to is on there. It's so convenient that way. But now in this instance, it's not working as planned. Oh, how small. My arm is really small. Anyway. People behind me. I appear to have arrived in some sort of parking in a building somewhere. This is what happens whenever I explore uncharted territory. I just keep going and find something new. And I enjoy that. Have I found the almost main town? Because yeah, the places that I've explored before, those are obviously more like, not necessarily the outskirts of Crawley, but all the shopping centres and stuff were elsewhere. And here I am in some sort of enclosure here. I've got to investigate. I suppose doing another bit of a weird loop around won't be too bad, considering I've already veered off course. It's a small place, I won't get lost. Oh, we're at North Crawley, there we go. And Robin Hood is being mentioned. I've no idea. But yeah, anyway, what I've been doing, meanwhile, because I submitted my scene for Emma, because Emma's doing that part, is I have, as I've been compiling audio together. And granted, some of the people that have, obviously signed up are long gone now. So I had to skip the first scene of the next episode and quite possibly delete the third because it's becoming too difficult to actually round everyone back up again. But I'm trying to be as fair as possible here because a lot of people auditioned, they put their time and effort into this. They wanted to see a show by one of their favorite creators. It's Mimi-chan, even though she's gone, the project remains. Now that I think about it, it's actually somewhat of a relief that the project is still around. And no, I have not found the centre. Oh, no, yes I have, town centre. Okay, but no, so it's a relief that because of her channel being gone that we didn't actually do the project back then. Because then we would have lost everything. Or at least half of it. Sorry, too many cars. Obviously, now that we're doing more of a proper, well-established gay love story, we're trying to create something that's, we can both be satisfied with. So if that's the only gay love story that Emma has on her channel currently, I feel like she'll be okay with that. She is rebooting Taming the Bad Boy. That is true. That will happen. But not for some time. Because obviously we tried to do that, and then then we just kind of got distracted and worked on other stuff. Because it is really hard to balance all these projects. Like even stuff like Mario 63 in the past. You get people, for example. Thank you. You get people, for example, doing doing several gacha projects at once and trying to balance all the VAs and stuff. And I've been here before. Now I walked down these paths previously. Yeah, I'm not where I thought I was. Which is fine, I went back from here. Okay. But yeah, people are trying to balance all these projects and trying to do one voice acted project and then cancelling it when it gets too overwhelming. And like I said, I never finish something until I'm satisfied. So, yeah, no matter how long it takes, if we don't make it until all of Pride Month, we'll still make our best effort to try and carry on. And then obviously after we finish, we'll dedicate ourselves to other projects, like the Mutant Girl, Taming the Bad Boy, all that good stuff. And yes, good stuff, because this time the reboot of Taming the Bad Boy is going to be entirely different to how it was before. Emma's learned from her mistake of publicly indulging her deepest, darkest fantasies too much. So now she's going to make a bit of a change, and she wants it to be so that a lot of the more explicit moments are just not there at all. Which honestly, for a story that's it's for a reboot, sometimes it's hard to do because a lot of the core mechanics revolve around the messed up choices that some of the characters made. Like for example, Cole kidnapping Yuki, because that basically sets forward everything else that happens, regardless of how it becomes adapted, or what we leave in or take out or add, whatever. It's a little bit it's difficult to navigate around that. So we did actually, pretty sure we did still have him kidnapping, but it's obviously his stay there was far better than before. Can't remember if we're trying to have Stockholm Syndrome still kick in or not. It's been a while since we've written that script. I don't really know. Yeah, and then of course there's the Mutant Girl. I mean, in classic Aiden fashion, he sent in his lines for episodes 9 and 10 already. Which, to be fair, because of episode 9's nature, which I won't obviously describe in too much detail, actually it's better for him to get that out of the way. Get it out of his system first. But yeah, overall, I worry because obviously I won't be working on that until at the earliest late June, because obviously Puppy Love is meant for entirely June. It's kind of like how Through Her Eyes kind of came in last time and sort of disrupted the flow of season 2 at least in its air date, obviously. We made it work around when certain episodes came out and stuff, as of course inspired by Aphmau, because how could we not be? But yeah, it's but yeah, obviously that's going to delay season 2 a lot. I want to finish season 2 this year. Like, come on. It's been too long, and we've been working on the script for season 3. We're almost done writing season 3, actually, which is obviously quite an interesting feeling going forward, because I didn't usually prepare stuff that far in advance. Although I suppose this time it's a blessing to not have done that. I don't know. It will all depend. The point is, the balance needs to be there. And obviously if I'm going to try and revive Mario City 3 content because of all the new developments, then I need to find that, basically. Not only that, but it's just fun. Because obviously I had to play Mario City 3 back again on this downloaded version, and in between releases of those videos I don't really tend to touch the game, so honestly it's great for me to go back and just, you know, relive those moments. Obviously some of the anguish from course 6, because I'm not really too much of a fan of that one. But yeah, some stuff that I completely forgotten from the later courses because I have to replay so much that I just blanked it all out. But yeah, from what used to be my favourite game of all time before Minecraft and before Spore, like no joke, it actually not only does it hold up very well, but you know, I still sometimes feel a bit like a kid while playing it. Because yes, I would speed through those sections a lot, even back then. It's not like I was a wizard or anything, but then again, there's probably someone who played with them before, so clearly it's accessible to all in that regard. I don't really know. It's just something that, it brought back so much. Like, I'll probably just start playing it more in my spare time as well. Just instead of just using all that time to watch YouTube or go on walks or whatever. Because yeah, I forgot, people took refuge a lot in video games. But I just kind of stuck to Minecraft. Because again, not much of a console person. But yeah, obviously during the pandemic, I sometimes forget, because of the video game industry thrived in that area because everyone was home playing video games. And yeah, it's still going on, obviously, even though they're trying to lift some stuff and whatever. So possibly I have now another way to take solace in things. Hopefully it won't take too much time in terms of editing, because that balance must be kept somehow. Who knows? But what I aim to do is to keep going forward, bring back my oldest project, and possibly wrap it up. But then again, probably not. Because I do want 100% to complete the game. And that's going to happen somewhere or another. Maybe now that it's downloaded, I'll actually have a chance. Only time will tell. But on that note, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. Subscribe if you've not done so already. I would love to get to 1k subscribers as well as 1k videos, because I want to be 1,000 more before that happens. Hopefully. We'll see. So on that note, until next time, thank you once again, and farewell. Oh, also, this means that Walking Wednesday is not my main content, because according to the ratio of the channel, in case any people like Beanie Boy want to know, this means that my videos, my content on the channel is only 1.5% Walking Wednesday. Slightly less because it's 1001 now. So 1.49999% Walking Wednesday. Not my main. Oh well, that's enough. Until next time, farewell.